All right, I think we're on.
All right, we are live. Second edition of the Prez and JT COFL podcast, award-winning. We have a lot to talk about, and where to begin is always the question, as we were just discussing. But the easiest way to start is playoff picture. So we'll go from there, and we'll build, and I'll.
Oh, by the way, there's a video on the logo reveal if you haven't seen it on COFL Network. It only has 12 views, so go check it out.
Yeah, it's actually it's a great video. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. One, just because JT put the work and time in to do it, and he didn't have to. And two, it's a pretty damn cool video. I don't know. I was impressed. All right, JT, start off with the AFC since you're the guy in the AFC, and I'll start off with the NFC since I'm not the guy in the NFC, but go ahead.
All right. We got the Cleveland Browns, who, by the way, did you see that we were both available last night around 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
And he didn't want to play me.
I know. I know. I don't know. I know why. I don't know why. I think if he was smart, he'd play you now so you're not fresh. Or so he's not fresh in your mind. You know what I mean?
I'm not worried about any of that. I'm just thinking the guy's got 9 games left to play in 8 days. Better take your opportunity while you got him. Anyway,
that's a good point.
Cleveland Browns, we don't really know how good they are. We know they got one YouTube money play that some of the lesser defenses definitely can't figure out.
What play is it?
It's I think it's called O-Trap. Out of this overloaded single back set. I think it's the same formation that Jake runs that counter out of.
Yeah, is it where he motions the guy over?
Yeah, it's got like an auto motion. It's got an auto motion, and then it hikes it once he's to the left. But anyway, I really don't know how good the Browns are. They surely cannot be that good based on DB's history here. His schedule is not too impressive. What's his best win? The Miami Dolphins, 28-6. Oh yeah, that's right. He destroyed the Broncos, 58-17.
And who else did he beat? Pup Daddy, G Money, DQ. Yeah, I mean, he's in the tier he belongs in, and he's 6-1. I mean, he's 6-1 with the Browns, regardless. You know, I mean, I'll give him that. But he has to be one of the big dogs to get some respect, in my opinion. And he hasn't beaten one of the big dogs, and he's actually refusing to play one of the big dogs.
But his other
I think you're the only big dog he plays.
Yeah, the other games are pretty – those are all winnable. I mean, he could go 13-3.
Wow. Good for him. I mean, if he goes 13-3 with the Browns, regardless of who he plays, I mean, he's still playing solid opponents. You know, ZZ, Owen –
yeah.
DQs, you know what I mean? So
it's his best season yet, most likely.
All right, we got 4 people watching. I want to see. Go ahead. Sorry. I just want to see people watching.
People in the GroupMe chat or on the YouTube, tell me, is the audio good? Bad? Does it need to be turned up or down? Are they chatting in the video itself on YouTube?
Let me see. No chat. But if just let us know if the audio is good or bad, so we know if we're talking to people or if we're not talking to people.
All right. So the Tennessee Titans, Nasty Nate, he just dropped the game last night, right? Or was that yesterday? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago. Who did he lose to?
He lost to D-Rob? No.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was D-Rob in the snow.
By D-Rob. Very complexing individual.
Who, Nate or D-Rob?
Nate. Well, both of them, really, but definitely Nate. How does he lose that bad to D-Rob?
Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of the game. I was at work, and I had it on in and out. For D-Rob, the amount of franchises he's in, and the amount of Madden he plays, I figured I said it last week. He should be way better, and he's 4-9 with the Chiefs. He should be at least 500. But we're not talking about D-Rob right now. We're talking about Nate, and Nate went MIA on us for a little bit, and I think that hurt his mojo because he was on fire.
Yeah, he's only played 9 games,
I know.
so we got a
And he's
lot
in line.
left to learn about him here.
He's in line to get forfeit losses if he doesn't finish that season. That could hurt him.
Yeah, he could end up 4th,
Because he
5th.
could end up as a 3 seed and say Fitty gets in as a 6 seed. He's going to have to play Fitty in the first round. Fitty's not someone you're going to want to play in the first round. You want one of those first 2 buys.
Yeah, so it's
That
looking
way,
like Fitty is definitely looking like he's going to get in.
click on him. Let's look at his schedule real quick. Because it's pretty much there's 5 teams that I think are going to be in. The Browns are one of them. So the 6 is going to come down to Baltimore, Cincinnati, and ZZ.
Fitty's got a pretty tough schedule left. He's got me, he's got Nate twice, and D-Rob.
So he's got you. Good. I want to see him play you again.
And Sheed.
You know what I did? You know what I did at work? You guys are probably going to think I'm the biggest dork ever, but
wrote down all my plays from the game with Fitty.
What'd you say?
I said, did you write down all my play calls?
Every single one of them. And you know what? You mix it up. I'll give you that. But there's one tendency that I found because I did it in another game. And it's not your play call. It's not so much what play you call or the formation you choose. It's the down and distance and what you decide to do within that down and distance. And it's not 100%, but it's 75% when it's, yeah, I did it. I was like, I wanted to see how the hell you are 11-2 with the freaking Jets. And you know what? It's not really your offense.
No, my offense isn't very good.
I shouldn't say that. Your offense is, you've been doing what you always do, and you don't turn the ball over and you play it safe, and you just wait for everyone else to screw it up. But I just don't understand how good your defense is. I don't get it.
Well, the Jets have a little bit better defense than they do in offense.
I know, but it just seems like there's never anything open.
So what did you learn? Are you going to share the findings?
No, I need to do. It was only 2 games. I need to do more. And one of the games was early on in your season.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to do a game that's later on. I did one game that was later on and one game that was early on. I need to do more that of more recent because in the first game you had Bryce Petty starting. So a lot has changed and you were figuring out the Jets.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do it for you and Jake and someone else who's pretty good. It's just, it's analytical. It's analytics. I like it. And that's how I learn. And plus I just want to see what you choose. You're just like everyone else when it comes to defense. You run a cover 2 or a cover 3. You run cover 2 man very, very minimal.
Yeah, I don't run.
I think you only ran it twice against Fitty, but everything else is cover 2, cover 3, and more times than not you're blitzing, but it's more like at least one guy you're blitzing, where it's like a 3-4 cover 2,
mm-hmm.
and it's just that edge man's blitzing. So I wouldn't really call that a blitz.
Right.
In my opinion,
you're talking about the 4-man rush.
Yeah, out of 3-4, where it's like the edge backer is I think it's a left outside linebacker blitzes, but it's not so much like a corner blitz or a middle linebacker blitz. It's so yeah, it's interesting stuff if you break it down, but man, it's time consuming. But I got it on a spreadsheet, and I don't know, it was kind of fun.
Jake does that too in study hall. I know.
Vafan Gul says we sound good, and he wants to know if Jim will ever be a guest. He and No More Obama would be terrific. Indeed, they would. One thing we learned about No More Obama is that he has a kid. I'm learning something new about this guy every week.
Yep, he has a small child.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, what are we on to now? So, are you talking about Nate? Or no, we're on to Fitty.
What do you think Fitty finishes out here? He's got one of the toughest remaining schedules out of anybody.
He'll beat Sheed. Sheed's mentally not there right now. So he'll be 7-5. He'll beat D-Rob 8-5. He'll beat Nate 9-5. He'll lose to Nate 9-6. Ooh, and then he plays you. Wow. I think he takes you down. I think he finishes 10-6.
I think
you and him have great. I think you and him are one of my favorite games to watch. I think you guys just go. It's a good chess match.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good games.
A lot of good games. They're fun to watch. They're one of the games where I'll definitely have on when I'm doing something or laying in bed or pretending to watch TV or something.
All right, I think he goes 9-7.
Okay, that's fair enough.
How about the Ravens? Ravens is another guy that's going to be right
So,
on the edge of playoffs.
that loss to Page, I can't believe he lost to Page.
That hurts.
That hurt him. That hurt big time. I mean, he's in the playoffs if he doesn't. Owen Brown, that's true. I do stats with Jake. So Owen's saying that he does film study with Jake in study hall. That's what it's called. It's not study hall. It's film study.
Yeah.
Good, Owen. I'm glad you're stepping it up. So he's what, 8-6.
He plays the Cowboys. That should be a good game.
Yeah, it should be a real good game. And I figure these two guys know each other pretty well. So 8-6. I'm gonna say he goes 9-7.
Yeah, I think he'll go 9-7. So
he could go 10-6, but I'm gonna say 9-7. So let's just say, for shits and giggles, that the Browns go 10-6, you go 13-3. Okay, so you two are in. Nate goes 12-4. He's in. DQ's in, and Big Daddy's in. 3-4. So those 5 teams are in.
Then you got. You didn't put the Bengals in.
Well, I'm just saying the 5 teams I think are going to be in. But what if this happens? What if Big Daddy's 10-6, Baltimore's 10-6, and Bengals go 10-6? And what if ZZ goes? Can ZZ go 10-6 at that? What I'm saying is, what if there's like 4 10-6 teams and only 2 spots available? Pretty crazy.
He could go 10-6. ZZ plays Owen twice. He plays Keller, so he should get 3 wins.
Yeah, and even if Keller's in line to get 4, so there's no way he's getting all 16 games in.
He also plays the Browns twice. They haven't played yet.
He plays them twice?
Yep.
Nice. See, I think he splits with the Browns and he splits with Owen.
How about that Monday morning football game you had with the Patriots?
You know what? I don't like playing those early games. Just because they're so early, and if I lose my day, like my morning sucks, and I'm pissed off at the world. But he spotted me 14 points right away, and I knew he was just mentally out of it then. But then he came back, and I really didn't have the ball that much. I started using a new playbook, which I like. What playbook do you use? I use the Jets.
I have a completely custom playbook.
Oh, that's right. I asked you last week. Interesting. All right, well, I started using them. I like it, but yeah. I think if that was any other day, I think he would have taken me because he's good. I just don't think the Patriots are his team. I don't know. Because I've tried to be the Patriots.
The Patriots are probably the hardest good team to be in the game.
I think you need, in order to play their style, and that's with these teams, you got to play to their style. You know, he should be passing 75% of the time, and that's not him. You know, you're not going to win games pounding the rack with Dion Lewis. So, I don't know. I don't think he goes 10-6. I don't know. I think he splits with Cleveland. He'll split with Owen. So that's what he's 8-7 right there. And then who's his last game against?
I think he goes 9-7. He plays the Browns twice, and he plays Keller.
But what if he doesn't? You know, Keller's got to. They'll probably get their game in. I think he goes 9-7. I agree. I think he doesn't make the playoffs. Sorry, ZZ.
What are the tiebreakers? Because ZZ and the Ravens could definitely go both 9-7. They didn't play each other.
Tiebreaker, it's head to head.
They didn't play each other.
And then let's just say if they don't play exactly conference, and then if conference is tied, then it's common opponents record, meaning the similar opponents that they've played against, their record against them. That make sense?
Yep. So
okay.
There's a potential to have all 3 of those guys tied: Patriots, Bengals, and Ravens. That could be interesting.
Yeah, and then that's it. Everyone else is out. So standings wise, let me go. So Browns, Jets, Titans, Dolphins, Broncos. I think those guys are in. And I think Baltimore goes 9-7. Damn, I think Fiddy's going to go in at 10-6. Baltimore might get iced.
Baltimore might. I think Baltimore
That
might end up
sucks.
9-7.
That loss to Page hurt him.
Yeah.
And you know what? I wonder if it was like he's playing on the because he brought his PlayStation to the hotel, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's awesome. That is that's great.
You can't the hotel Wi-Fi though. It's no good.
I think he should be in the playoffs just based on that.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
All right, let's look at the NFC.
Yeah, look at the NFC. Here we go.
Dallas Cowboys still have 7 games to play.
Man, honestly, there was a text he said. I don't know if you saw it, because I was like, hey. So the season started he said Christmas. Season started December 28th, and he's got 9 games in. We're on today's day 20. I think at minimum you should have at least 10 games in now. So 9's not terrible, but anyways, I went up when I was on Christmas break, emergency only schedule, and they didn't respond until like weeks later, and when I'm at school most of the day. I really don't know what that means, but I don't know if I see him getting all 16 in.
Doubtful.
Click his schedule, see who he plays. Oh no, last week he's got it made.
Yeah.
He's going to go 14-2, 15-1.
Oh yeah, he just needs to play his games.
Exactly.
You got the Lions.
B Dukes.
You got the Ravens. You got the Vikings.
Your boy.
Wait a minute. He already played B Dukes, or did he play him twice?
Yeah, he played him twice. Killed him.
Oh, I see. There it is. 44-14. Ouch.
So he's got Bowman. Bowman could give him a hard time, but who knows? G Money. NFC is NFC's kind of crazy. It's there could be some teams that make the playoffs that aren't as good as teams that don't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, definitely. The scheduling is crazy.
I know. So B Day, 8-1. Jake Money Play Ayler, 12-3.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get the 2nd seed.
Yeah, he'll definitely get the 2 seed for sure.
Falcons probably safe for the 3 seed at this point.
Yeah, they'll go 11-5. I think I forget who he's got left, but he's got B Day, and then I forget who. Man, wow. Look at that. Let's just say it ended like this. You got Hirsch and Clemson in the first round, and then you got B Dukes and G Money. You got an NFC Championship matchup, and then you got a Tier 3 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Really turned this season around.
Well, 1-3 to 6-4.
Good for him. I think he was 0-3 when the first computer rankings came out. He was dead last. I think he was 0-3.
Was he really? I know. I spanked him. I made him like it too. It was a beatdown, 27-0. Yeah.
He's got Owen. He's got Ricky, Hirsch, Keller. Hirsch again, and he's got kind of a tough schedule for him.
So he's got Hirsch twice?
Yep.
All right, he'll lose both of those. So right there, he's 6-6. He's got B Day. If he loses, let's say if they play, he loses at 6-7. Keller, if they play, he loses at 6-8. He could end up going 7-9 with this schedule because that's actually not an easy schedule. I think it's fair for him, in my opinion.
Is he you put him in Tier 2, didn't you?
I did. I put him in Tier 2 because I didn't know about B Day and Jules.
That's a thing. I think if we don't know anything about somebody, they should go to Tier 2. We can't have a Cowboys 16-0 situation again.
Yeah, good point.
And if they're terrible, then let them take a few beatings in their first.
Yeah, that's what Owens doing. He's got the toughest schedule in the book right now.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's all right though. So I honestly, with that schedule, I don't think G Money makes the playoffs. I think he finishes 7-9.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it either. I think that's going to leave JMCC and Coach P to fight for the last spot.
Wow, and they play too. That's gonna be awesome. That could be a win and you're in. Yeah, click on the schedule. That's awesome. I love that stuff. Yep. So who we on? Coach P?
He plays Sheed twice. He plays Nate. He plays Ricky, and he plays JMCC.
I mean, do you think he beats Sheed twice, or does he split?
Ooh, I think he'll split with Sheed. I think he'll lose to Nate, and he should beat Ricky.
So he'll split with Sheed. You think he beats Nate?
No, lose to Nate. 1, 2,
Lose
3,
to Nate,
4,
okay.
5, 6. So
He'll go
that
9 and
puts him
7.
at, if he beats JMCC, that would put him at 9 and 7. If
So
not,
he's got. I mean,
he'd be at 8 and 8.
Go to JMCC, the Northern Ireland assassin.
He's got Nate as well. He's got Keller.
Everyone's got Nate. Jesus.
Yeah, it's because Nate
Come on,
hasn't played
Nate.
any games.
Nate and Sheed. Killing me. So he's 7 and 5. He's got Sheed. He'll beat Sheed 8 and 5. Let's just say he'll beat Sheed. He'll beat Keller. I think he goes 10 and 6, but he could go 9 and 7. Jesus.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got 7 wins already. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 7 and 5.
So he beats Sheed. He beats Keller. That puts him at 9.
And then he can afford. So he can't afford to lose the Sheed or Keller. He has to win those two, because that way he can afford. Well,
yeah.
I'm saying he can afford to lose the Southern Keller Nate, but it'll give him some breathing room at least. So those are 2 games that he has to win.
Coach P, he really needs to beat Nate. That'd be huge for him.
Yeah.
That's the leg up he needs.
Anyone listening, I see you guys typing on the chat. If you have any questions or if you want us to talk about anything. You know who was messaging me? Maybe not everyone knows him, but Big Papa Pump said he wanted me to give him a shout out on the podcast today. He's been messaging me. I haven't responded. One, I'm afraid to respond.
Wait, is Big Papa Pump Tab Kanab? Or is that somebody
Tab
else?
Kanab.
Okay.
Tab K and B. That's Big Papa Pump.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah. Old Tab. The man who never finished the season.
He doesn't like to play Madden either.
No. He wasn't bad though. He was actually he was solid.
He was decent, but every time he was playing it seemed like he was just completely hated it.
Yeah, exactly. I remember I had the greatest comeback in Madden history. Remember that? I was the Packers and I had to win the game to make the playoffs, and I was down in the 4th quarter and I came back and won. Do you remember that?
Against him?
Yeah, against him. I'll put it up on the 5-minute highlights. I'll never forget it.
I don't remember
that. So why are you on your boy Bowman?
He really.
You think he has a shot?
He really disappointed me.
Yeah, I played as the Vikings in the lobby. They're fun to be, man. They're fun to be on that defense. That defense is
amazing.
It's up there with I think it might be better than Denver's.
He's got to beat. If he could somehow upset the Cowboys, which if he played his best game, he could definitely do it. Then he could win out and finish 9 and 7. I'm not sure if that would get him in the playoffs, but.
Click his schedule. Vafangul asked if we're advancing the franchise tonight. I have to let Jake and Big Daddy play. That's a big game. It's for the division. It's for a 1 or 2 seed in the playoffs. So I can't advance until those 2 play. So if they play tonight, yeah, we'll advance. But if not, we'll have to wait. It is what it is. Yeah. So I don't know what to tell you. So who's he have? He's got the Daddy. He can win. He's got B-Day. He's got Robin. Well, he could.
Yeah.
He could.
Cowboys are tough, but he's capable of it.
He won't beat the Cowboys. He'll go 8 and 8.
But I'm not sure. Even if he went 9 and 7, one of these other guys might get to 10, and he might not be able to get in either way.
Hey, click on B Duke's schedule real quick. I want to see his last 2 games are, and then we'll move on to something else. So he's what, 12 or 10 and 4? He's got. Oh, he'll go 11 and 5. All right. So he'll be the 3 seed for sure.
Yep.
In my opinion. So he'll be the 3 seed. He can end up playing. I think JMCC gets in over Coach P.
Yep, I think so too.
So it's pretty much Coach P and JMCC. One of those two are not going to get in, right?
Right. Unless
Uh,
Hirsch totally fell apart in the last 3 games.
who does Clemson play his last game?
I don't know.
No, Herschel went out.
Oh, he's got G money twice. All right, never mind. He's fine.
So did Hirsch and B Dukes play?
Yeah, they did they play already? Yeah, I think so.
Because if they did, and I don't think they played. So because they both would be 11-5, they didn't play.
Oh, they didn't play, right?
So it'd come down to conference because that means Hirsch could get the 3 seed and end up playing. Who does Carolina play? Because they got one.
He's been quiet lately. What's up with him?
Guess who he has left to play?
Nathan.
Yeah, exactly. Nate the Great. Nate not so great. So I mean, he could lose that game and go 9-7, and then let's say you have JMCC 9-7, and you have Coach P 9-7. Carolina's not in the playoff.
and Bowman could sneak up there with 9-7 too.
Wow. So we're what? Today's day 20, so we have 8. Well, pretty much we have 1 week from tomorrow is when the regular season ends, and then the playoffs will start. I think it's a Thursday. So hopefully we can have the playoffs done in a weekend, and we can start season 9 on that Monday.
Did Southern? But look at this though. If there was a tiebreaker situation, Carolina played the Rams twice. And they split the games.
Okay.
They played the Packers twice, and they split the games.
Wow. And then Coach P and JMCC, they played twice in the first game. First time they played.
Oh, do they play twice?
I think it was. Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're in the same tier.
Rams won.
So win. So if Coach P, wow, there's so much that can happen. I got to write this stuff down. Yeah, we got 6 people watching. All right, I like it. The record's 8. So if we can get above that, that'd be great.
So if Coach P beats, or if JMCC beats Coach P, then you got every tiebreaker is like tied all the way across the board.
And then we'd have to go to well, then it would go to conference record.
Yeah.
And then obviously if that's the same, then we go to common opponent record. And then I forget what it is after common opponent record. It might be like points against or something like that. Huh. So the NFC is rather interesting to say the least. I mean, Sheed can still make the playoffs. I just don't think he is. So, and he's already got 10 draft spots docked because what was he doing against you, or was it you and someone else? He was going for a 4th down.
He faked 2 punts. He went for it, or he huddled like 5 times.
There you go.
He lost. No Obama.
All right.
3-10.
Yeah, no more Obama. Speaking of no more Obama and the bottom tier, let's go over real quick what the draft order would be. We'll do it real quick just to kind of get an idea. Or we can at least do like the top 5. What do you think about that,
right.
JT?
Yep.
Does that work for you? All right, so look at this kid. Oh, you writing it down?
Yep. On screen here.
All right, so Owen, you're 2-6, but you got to get your games in. So if you don't finish your season, you're going to get a lot of forfeit losses, and that's going to affect you. So right now, you're not going to be in the top 5. D-Rob is 4-9. He's in the top 5. Vathan Ghoul, he's 4-8. He'll probably end up going like 6-10. You know what, man? I don't even know if we can do the draft order. There's still a lot of games to be played. Like Ricky's 2. I know. Because right now it's me, Pup Daddy. We're both 3-12. Obama's 3-10. Ricky's 2-10. So us 4, we're probably going to be in the top 5.
I think it's going to be.
And then D-Rob. So I think the top 5 is going to be D-Rob, Obama, me, Pup Daddy, and Ricky. I think that's your top 5 after it all plays out. Because Keller, he's not going to finish. You know, I mean, he might, but he's probably going to get a forfeit loss or a tie.
And who's the last
Owen,
guy?
same thing.
Owen? Or who'd you say?
No, The top 5 is it's
Ricky.
Obama, me, Puff Daddy, Ricky, and D-Rob.
Oh, D-Rob. Well, D-Rob he could get 5 or 6 wins still.
I think that fifth pick is probably going to be a 6-win team. Because the Daddy's 3-6, he's got 7 games left to play. I don't think he finishes them.
No.
When he's 2-6, he's got 10 games left to play. I don't think he finishes.
Yeah, there's your top 5 right there.
Vafangul just said maybe a tiebreaker should be record against tier they are in. What do you think about that? It's interesting. I'm not going to disregard it, but
no, because then you get a bonus for playing in a shitty tier.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think we stick to conference.
Yeah, stick to conference. Yeah, I agree. All right, well, that's draft order. It's a little premature, but at least gives people an idea of who's who and what's what. Reminder, forfeit losses. If you have 3 or more forfeit losses, I can't put you in the playoffs. So B-Day, I'm like begging you to get your freaking games in because I don't want to not put you in the playoffs or getting 3 or more forfeit losses. Nate, I have confidence that you will get all your games in. And then it's forfeit losses are also -5 draft spots, and ties are also -2. What do you want to talk about next? You want to do some film study for the kids, or do you want to talk about COFL Bowl 8 predictions? And you want to do some film study, don't you?
Well, let's do the film study.
Yeah, here we go. First ever. I'm sorry to cut you off. First ever COFL film study brought to you by JT. Roll with it, kid. You're on.
All right. Let's see. All right, this is a play that I noticed. This was Monday morning. Yeah. Bears versus Patriots. All right. This is just a demonstration of bad run defense. You got to think about, like, in real life, the amount of like 20+ yard runs that happen are pretty well distributed among inside runs and outside runs. In Madden, at least the last couple of years of Madden, most of the 20+ yard runs are on the outside. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing a lot of like 50-yard runs right up the middle. You do occasionally, but most of them are going to be on counters, tosses, stretch plays that go to the outside. So when you're looking at a situation like this,
and the tight end goes in.
All right, you motioned your receiver over there. Now you got this side completely overloaded. But look at the defense here. He's still balanced. 1, 2. You got guy here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got 5 on this side, and then you got your free safety way back here. He's a little bit to the right too. So
it's a numbers game.
Yeah, you got the numbers, but also even like he's got his line pinched here, which you just got to see this set in particular, and really most sets out of under center, you can't worry about the inside run game because
I want them to run inside.
Yeah, you're going to give up maybe 3 or 4 yards on the inside, but you can give up 30, 40-yard runs on the outside. So, I mean, I would never pinch my line against an under center like this unless it was like a 4th and inches or something like that on the goal line. So I'd spread my line. Another thing I usually do is if I'm expecting an outside run, do that QB contain. So these guys flare out immediately. And then probably either spread them out or at least leave them where they were.
Yeah. Do you do slant outside with the lines? I mean, along with QB contain, do you do that too or no?
It won't make it. If you do QB contain after you do slant outside, that it will just do QB contain.
No, I'm just saying, like either one, not both at the same time. I'm just saying, do you ever do slant outside every once in a while? I
do, but I usually just do QB contain because the defensive ends will get outside faster on that than if you just do slant outside. Another thing, he's in 4-4 here. I don't know if this is
Mhm.
I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intentional, but
It does no, it does it all the time.
the right
Because I run
inside
4-4 and my guy,
linebacker
yeah, he comes up every time.
will just come up and just sit on the line like he's like faking a blitz or like he's trying to
Yeah.
stop a 4th and inches play. And when he's like that, he's almost entirely useless because right away he'll just get stuck in a big pile of bodies. He won't be able to do anything. So to get him out of there, you gotta do your linebacker adjustments and either shift him to the left or spread him. Then he'll come out and stand in a normal positioning. Um, because yeah, right there, he's going to get stuck in there. The second thing I do is I'll usually control the inside linebacker on the side that I think they're going to go. And if you want to get risky, you can control the safety, but I usually just control the linebacker.
Stay away from the safety.
So
stay away.
I'll be this guy, and then I'm just sort of consciously thinking the whole time, waiting for the snap. If there's any movement to the outside, then I'm just gonna sprint straight to the sideline. That's another thing I see people doing a lot is once they see movement to this side, they'll try to go straight after the running back like this. And then almost always they'll just get caught in this congestion and the running back will just get outside. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I never get up and try to get into this once I see outside movement.
No. I mean, that's football 101. You always want to force the outside run inside because that's where all the traffic is coming. It's all coming downhill.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of guys just try to head straight to the ball carrier, and they'll just get caught in that. So I always, the second I see it, I'll go head straight to the sideline. And so there.
Yeah, I remember this play.
Is the snap. Now, I don't know what he's doing here. His user guy right here just gets goes the wrong way. And
because I purposely because Jordan Howard, he's a power back. He's not someone you want to run tosses with. So I purposely put Tariq Cohen in here to run a toss. And that's why I was running outside. And once I put that guy in motion, I was like, oh, I got this.
Yeah. So, I mean, his defensive end here has no leverage. His user guy went inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you need is a couple decent blocks by the wide receivers, and it's an easy touchdown.
Yeah. I wish it was that easy all the time. I was contemplating doing a dive when I was about to score that touchdown. And I was like, you know what? It's 6 a.m. I'm not gonna start with ZZ. I was so close. The thought did cross my mind.
That would have been retirement right there. I'm not sure he would have made it to the end of the game.
I think he probably would have. He would have murdered me. You got any other film study?
That's it for today. I just wanted to see how you got that second touchdown.
Pick 6. I think he threw it right to me.
Here it is, I think. Play action.
I think I was in cover 2.
Oh, yeah. He threw it right to you. And this is right. That's right. Brady goes for the big hit right here.
Yeah. I believe let's see what coverage I was in. Cover 2. Yeah, cover 2 sync. Yeah. All right, cool. I like that. We should obviously, we talked about that before we went on, but we should do that more. That's fun.
All right, let's talk about...
it's...
Go ahead.
Paul, real quick, like with Madden, I mean, I started playing it last year, and I remember Madden in college football, you didn't really need to think before. You didn't really need to know or read a defense or know certain things. Now it's like you got to be a little bit football educated, football smarter on what you're doing. It's not, run the, same play over and over and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's good. We should do this film study, and I like it. I like where your head's at.
Let's talk about. You wanted to talk about Jake's
Jake and his money plays.
Play.
It's just because Fitty was complaining about like the out routes, and I always get killed. I always get killed on them. Like when you're on your 2-minute drill, like you always get points. I swear to God, if we go to every game, not just you and I play, but every game that you've played, and there's 45 seconds left in the half, you're gonna get at least a field goal.
Well, are you talking about like short out routes or like deep out
No,
routes.
I'm talking about like Texas or slot outs or something where it's like at least a 10-yard out, something like that.
Yeah, those deep out routes are tough. You use a
But
lot
they're
of
never
match.
open when I run it. I don't get it.
Well, I think you play a lot of match cover three match. I
I
notice.
play a lot of cover three buzz, cover three match, cover three buzz
But
press.
the thing with the match coverage, that purple zone guy on the outside, he will, if any of those inside slot receivers go towards the inside, he'll just man up and follow them. So
Hmm.
that leaves that outside corner just by himself with the receiver. So those deep outs will get wide open against that cover three match. If you have a normal cover three with like a cloud and you change it to a cloud flat, which I always do, that cloud flat will play it quite a bit better. Sometimes you still get it over him, but he'll at least be in the area.
I'll try that. I definitely have to try more defenses. That's why I get caught running the same things. I think you just get comfortable with it. But when I was looking up like how to stop the out routes in Madden or whatever, I'm just on YouTube, and I came across like strong eye, counter weak, money play, this and that. I was like, Jake, that little shit.
Well, the counters are. I posted a video about the counters in general, like how the linebackers way overreact to that first step.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the counters are tough, but I mean, you can stop them. I think if you watch, I've played Jake quite a few times. I think you'll see me hold him to a loss. A few of those plays.
Yeah, that's one thing I get. I got to break down the times you've played, especially in last year's COFL ball. Jake really didn't do much.
You know what I did? That was one of the few games I've ever actually benefited from, like really writing down an exact kind of like strategy that I wanted to use, because I noticed that he'd play this cover three and then he'd man up on the slot guy. So
really,
so that guy that was typically in that zone would be manned up on the guy anyway. So there's a few different route combinations you could use to run that man guy way out of the area and then have another guy open.
Hey, let me ask you a question. When it comes to receiving, I see you do it a lot, especially on slants. You're gonna laugh when I ask you this question, but possession catch. So when you do it, like say you throw the ball, so after the ball's released and the ball's going to the receiver, obviously, do you hit X or do you hold it down? What do you do for possession, for him to catch it and just fall down right away?
Yeah, you got to use possession catches, because otherwise you'll drop everything in traffic. And also, another thing, you got to use it on the sideline catches. Possession catch will actually give you that like toe tap animation, whereas if you just do like a rack catch, then you're probably going to step out of bounds. All you do is hold, and you don't. Here's the key that people, I think, are used to playing NCAA from years ago don't realize: you don't have to switch to the receiver to do any of this.
I do that all the time.
No, you don't want to. The only time you want to switch to the receiver is if it's like a deep pass and your guy's like going to get undercut by a safety and you want to swerve him back in there to grab it. Most of the time, you don't switch to the receiver at all. All you do is you hold one of the three catch types. So X for possession, square for rack catch, and triangle for aggressive. So
yeah, I pretty much do triangle every single time.
Wow, look at this, D-Rob.
Oh, Jesus, I hate seeing that.
I think he did a run commit or something. Yeah. Easy touchdown. So yeah, like on this example, Jake throws it right here. Now, right after he throws it, all he has to do is hold one of the three buttons. Like, literally, you don't have to time it. You don't have to switch to the receiver. And in fact, you shouldn't switch to the receiver unless you really need to. Yeah, so here he would probably just want to hold square for a rack catch. Now, he didn't do anything. He just let the computer handle it.
He really didn't need to do anything.
Which is fine in that case. But if you want one of the specific catches, then you just got to hold the button right after you throw it.
I love film study. I could do this all day.
I didn't see any.
This is great.
Did you watch any of this? Did you watch any of this game? I think this was.
I had it on. Like when these games are on, if they're during the day, I'll have them on the computer screen, but I'll have other tabs up. And then every once in a while, I'll just kind of go back and forth and just kind of see a score and I'll see a play. I didn't to answer your question. I didn't watch a ton of this game, but yeah, D-Rob, I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh no, that's not it. I was trying to see if I could catch him in that counter weak play, but I haven't seen it yet.
I ran it all day against Nate. I'm gonna do 5-minute highlights for that tomorrow. I already got it uploaded because I think Jake pulls out his tactics whenever he plays Nate.
You're talking about the game from like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, and like I think it was on a Sunday. It was a good game. We were all watching it. It was the Battle of Milford, we called it.
But Jake pulled away in the second half, didn't he?
Yeah, I think the final score was like 42-31 or something like that.
Wow.
I think.
D-Rob got destroyed.
Yeah. Yep. Not, and you can't say yourself. If you had to pick someone else other than you, what's the matchup in COFL Bowl 8?
I'm gonna go with.
Start in the AFC. Who comes out of the AFC if it's not you? Because honestly, I don't think it's you. I think you can. I think you can. I've all the confidence in the world in you, but I think it's you go first. I answer the question.
Well, Nate can beat me. I just don't know if he can go through the whole playoffs without having one of his games.
Mm-hmm.
And the AFC is kind of solid overall, but the top few teams are not great. They're just good.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna put man. I'm almost gonna say I'm gonna put Fiddy in there.
Are you?
I think he's got way more playoff experience than any of those other guys.
Yeah, he does. He knows when it's time to buckle down and just grind it.
Yeah, I just have a feeling Nate's gonna have one of those games that he's gonna just throw 5.
And I want Nate to win it. I know. I want him to win it so bad. I wonder if Big Daddy can do it. Because he's good. He's yeah, that's why I hate playing him. I hate it because he's gotten smarter in what he does. Like he understands what other teams are running, and I've almost tipped my hat to him a little bit. Not too much, but I don't think he can do it with Denver. But
no, I don't think he can do it with Denver either.
If it's not you, I say it's going to be Nate. It's got to be Nate. But I mean, I can't argue with Fitty. I'd love to see a Nate versus
Jake.
I'm going to see Jake in there. I'd like to see Nate versus JMCC. Those are two guys I'd love to see get a ring.
He almost made it. He had his best season ever with the Vikings. He made it to the NFC Championship.
Isn't it back-to-back NFC Championship? Oh, no. He lost in the Christmas. No, he won the Christmas Bowl.
He won the Christmas Bowl. He was in the NFC title game with the Vikings.
With Minnesota.
I think he went to the playoffs the year before that, but I can't remember.
Yeah, no, he went to the NFC Championship the year before that with Seattle.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and he lost to
what season was that? 6?
That was season 6. Yeah, he lost to Fitty, Atlanta. So that's back-to-back NFC championships and a Christmas Bowl. So JMCC is quietly
so
if he gets in, he's just got to start Aaron Rodgers and not freaking Brett Hundley.
Yeah, I think he's that.
Which I think he has
that figured out by now.
So who would you say in the NFC?
I have to go with Jake in the NFC.
I love those brackets.
I think Jake beats Fitty in the COFL Bowl.
You think so?
Yep. What do you got? You got JMCC beating Nate?
No. I got. So like you're gonna go. So you'll have a bye. So you'll play. it could be you and Nate
Oh no,
in the second round.
that's no good.
I just don't think you can do it with the Jets, man. I just don't. I just think that
Yeah, Nate can
I
beat
don't know,
me.
man.
Philly could beat me. Anybody could beat
How
me,
does your
really.
O line? How does your O line hold up? Your O line is terrible, and like you never get sacked.
I
I don't get it.
I think I just pretty much made my whole playbook based on having a terrible O line. I mean, season one I had the worst O line in the game with the Seahawks last year. And that's kind of when I
I think
started
people should just
building my
blitz you
playbook.
more. Who'd you? Oh, yeah. Who'd you have?
Seattle, they had the worst
Oh,
offensive line in Madden 17.
oh, in season one, I remember that. You were
Yeah.
winning games like 6-0, 6-3.
Uh-huh.
It was the best. That's when none of us could kick. Um, I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I think it's the year of Nate. I think he's got the team. I think it's Tennessee, and then the NFC. I might go with Hirsch. I might go with Hirschfelder. I'm gonna go with Hirsch.
Hirsch in the title game, he beats Jake in
Yeah,
the NFC title.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I know. I'm probably wrong.
Nobody's given the Cowboys any love. Do you think the Cowboys will
No,
win a playoff game?
no. He'll lose. He'll lose in the second round because he's gonna play a big boy. He's gonna play Hirsch, Clemson, JMCC, or Southern Cal in that second round. He's not gonna win. He's good though.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But all right, enough of that. Let's move on to something else. What else do we have to talk about? I had it written down. Oh, Jake's money plays, whatever. We already went over that. COFL Bowl 8. We went over film study, rough picture. Nate going MIA. We already touched on that. Talk about for the franchise or for the traditional league. Anything?
That's it for the traditional league, as far as I can think of.
Franchise league.
I did put the link to that scouting
Yeah, I saw it.
post on the franchise page.
Yeah, I saw that. Good job. I appreciate it.
Did you watch my game with Marlon last week or a couple days ago?
Bits and pieces of it. It was a good game. I caught the end.
It was a pretty good game.
Yeah, Marlon's good. He's I love giving him shit because he's very sensitive. He's very sensitive, and it's almost too easy. Like he makes it too easy for me.
No, he's pretty good though.
No, he's definitely good. I wish he would have stuck around in the traditional league, but he doesn't like competition, so he didn't want to do it. Not at you, Marlon. I'm just kidding, bud. And that's so just looking at the standings in the traditional league, you have them up. If you look at the NFC North, you got Green Bay and Minnesota who play. So that's why we kind of have to wait for those two to play before we can advance everything. Or else I would sim it so I can. Well, I play Jake in the next round, but Keller wants to get some games in. Here we go, kid. Good job. Franchise.
Are Jake and Big Daddy playing tonight?
I don't know. It might be too late for Big Daddy. He's got to make some lotions in the morning, and then. I mean, he set that. That was just too easy. And I love that you were like lotions. Like was that a typo, or did you really mean lotions? Because I thought he meant like location. Like he would like work construction or something. I was like, whatever.
Typical location.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would have made more sense actually.
So as soon as he said lotions, like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna get him right now.
D-Rob's pretty good in the franchise.
10-4.
Has he been playing all his games, or is those sim?
He's played the majority of them. Click his schedule real quick. Click on him if you can. I'll tell you because it's hard to remember. Schedule right there. hard to remember. I got a lot going on. And we got 5 people still hanging in there listening. I like it, guys. So, Raiders, I simmed. Giants, I simmed. Redskins, he played. Where'd we go here?
Raiders.
Where
does he play? Oh, there you go.
Raiders is the daddy. So the last 2 I simmed. The Redskins, he played. The Chargers, and I think he played that. The Eagles, he played. So yeah, he's played the majority. Just the last 2 I've simmed.
Who's the Seahawks? JMCC?
Yeah, I got his first round draft pick, so I hope he loses that game. That's a big game. I got to let these 2 play too, because JMCC's fighting for the playoffs.
And then he's got the Eagles. Who are the Eagles? Oh.
DB, your boy. What did you say last week about the franchise and like the first 8 weeks make it 24 hours and then advance? Is that what you said?
Yeah. First 8 weeks are like the turbo weeks. You get those out of the way. If you can play them, great. Otherwise, just sim them. Advance like at noon or something every day, and then slow it down.
I don't disagree with that. I kind of like that. What'd you say?
I said I think if people knew that was the case, I think there'd be a pretty decent effort to get games in. But even if not, just sim it out and let your roster speak for itself.
I think no matter what, you look at what we did in the traditional league. We did an open schedule, and there's still people who aren't going to finish their games. Right, exactly. It's just something that comes with the territory, and I get it. We all have lives. Trust me. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got stuff going on. But I think for the most part, people make a good effort. A lot of the games get played within a 24-hour period. So, for the franchise, so I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. B Dukes. So yeah, that's a good idea, and I think we might run with that. So good job. What do you think about the franchise? You enjoying it?
Yeah, the games are not. It doesn't quite have the same feeling, but I think it'll be a little more intense once the playoff games get started here pretty soon.
I agree. They definitely don't have the same intensity. Like not even close.
No.
It's more like you're just like relaxed playing, and you're just like, oh, you know what? I could always get a free agent, or I could always get a draft pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
And that's one aspect I really enjoy. There's times where I just like go through my team and just like look at XP points. I look at my roster. I'm like, all right, I need this, I need this, I need that. So I do like that because I do like stats. I like the analytics of sports. I like just breaking down a team, building a team, seeing what you need. And I enjoy it. I didn't really think I'd ever want to do a franchise again, just because I did them all my life growing up with college football and Madden. But I think it's pretty cool. I think we could get 2 franchises going. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not. I think it'd be awesome if we did. Because they're so relaxed. Like, if you don't play a game, hey, it gets simmed. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like an end-all, be-all.
We're pretty close to filling this one out. I think we got like 3 teams left or something.
I think we got 4. And then, this is what I wanted to talk about. Yes. And you never answered me.
About what?
Do you know what I'm going to ask? Do you know what I'm going to ask you?
No, I don't think so.
Badland Man? Was that the guy you hated?
I don't think so.
Who was the guy in college football that you hated?
Oh, God.
Goodland Man or something.
Black Baby Jesus?
Black Baby Jesus. My bad. Never mind.
No, that guy was the worst.
Badland Man. But and I also want to talk about, on the topic of this, and I should have written them down, but all the names, all the legends that DB has added to our COFL history. And I think Badland Man might be right on that, on par with that. The guy is just completely MIA. He doesn't have the app. He won't respond to anybody.
Who's Goodland Man?
So I think I don't see him lasting.
Alter ego of him? Have you heard of this guy?
Goodland Man was an ass. Who, Goodland Man?
Yeah.
That's DB's cousin, McCorkle.
So what's the connection with him and Badlands Man?
I asked DB, and DB said he just wanted to be like Badland Man, so he changed his name to Goodland Man.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Guys.
interesting. Yeah. So yeah, we got 6. We gained a listener. Oh, we just dropped him. We're back down to 5.
Clicked on the wrong channel.
Just to reiterate, if any of you, if you guys haven't seen the COFL Bowl 8 trailer, gotta watch it.
Check it out, COFL Network.
It's pretty awesome. You know, I can't rave enough about the work that JT does with the logos and the images and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. And you guys definitely gotta just at least look, you know, entertain us. Look at it. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, how clever is that 8 between the COFL and the bowl? How'd you think of that?
Just trial and error.
It's good, man. It was really, it's impressive. Very impressive.
Thank you.
All right.
Anything else
who are you
on
looking
the
at here?
franchise? I was just looking at Jake's schedule here. He's got you.
You check out his roster. Make sure everyone's not 99s.
He's got a few 99 overalls.
He's got Green Bay and me. Let's go to standings and let's take a look at who's going to make the playoffs, who can't make the playoffs, and stuff like that.
Well, here's the playoff picture right now. Uh-oh.
So Vafangul 10-4.
Wow, the AFC down here. That's rough. The Colts are in the playoffs right now.
We can't let that happen.
That's horrible.
Well, no. How are the Colts in when the Jags are 8-7? I don't get that.
I have no idea. They're in the same.
That can't be right.
They're in the same division, which I won the division at 10-5. The Jags should be the wild card, I would think.
Yeah, 8-7 is better than 7-7. So, and Jags is Owen. Colts aren't going to get in the playoffs. Who do the Colts play this week? Can you scroll up and see the schedule at the top?
Are the Eagles playing? Or are they
You
on?
don't have to click on it. That's DB. No, they're fine. So the Colts play
this week. The Colts play the Ravens.
Do you know it shows it page. You don't have to click on anything. So they play the Ravens. That's Clemson.
Oh, you're talking.
All right,
about,
I'll make sure
you're talking
Clemson.
about these scores right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows it right there for you.
But does this keep up to date? Like when someone plays the computer?
If I export it, like right away, it will. Like from the Madden app, I have to export it to make it.
So the Colts haven't played the Ravens yet.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'll make sure the Ravens lose. The computer's not getting, because I can sim a win or a loss.
Yeah, so even if they don't play, you can just give it to the Ravens.
Exactly. Because the Ravens, they're in the playoffs regardless. Right?
Yeah. They're 9-5.
Yeah. Nate, you better play me, buddy, or else you're not going to make the playoffs, man. I mean, he's bowling. Are you kidding me? He's choosing bowling over the COFL.
Is Nate in the franchise?
Yeah, he's the Browns.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, Nate. Bowling's actually a lot of fun. I went bowling a couple weeks ago and had a blast. I just got to give you a hard time. All right, so New England wins their division. So Kansas City and Denver, that's for all the marbles.
Kansas
for
City.
the AFC West.
Yeah.
And they play next week.
Patriots at 10-4. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Vafangul, who'd have thought? He'll get bounced in the second round. We all know it. I think he's listening too.
Yeah,
I think he's getting married soon.
We all know what that does to a career.
Yeah, I'll be back. I can't play a game. I cannot play a game when she's around. I can't do it. I need like all the focus and all the touch. I mean, I remember I used to go into these games just mentally ready. My hands would sweat. I'd be so nervous. I'm telling you,
No, it's true.
this season, I didn't have it once. I wasn't nervous at all.
Oh,
So I need to.
it's no good.
No, it's no good. I need that edge. I need that edge back. I lost it. So, all right, well. What else do you want to talk about the franchise? Oh, let's talk about the franchise. You want to talk about anything else or what?
No.
NFL playoffs this week. Who do you like? Conference championships.
Patriots and the Vikings.
Yeah, you got. I mean, I kind of want the Jaguars just because I'm getting sick of New England, but I don't hate New England. I'm just kind of sick of them.
Yeah, that would be great if the Jags made it, but I don't think they will.
Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be New England, Minnesota.
And
I guess that settles that.
New England will win again.
It's at Minnesota. The Super Bowl is in Minnesota.
That's true. You think,
So we'll see.
You think the Vikings will win?
I think they're the better team. The game's at Philly. Minnesota dome team playing on the road. The weather's going to be cold. But, I mean, Minnesota plays NFC North. They play the Bears and Packers once a year, probably in the cold, so they're used to it. But, yeah, I mean, if I was betting, oh, man, hey, speaking of betting, next year when we're doing these, we're going to be talking hours about what games we're going to be playing college football.
We'll have to do a whole separate one just on betting.
Oh, yeah. But, what was it, weather unders?
Oh, yeah, weather unders. That's
I like it. We'll have 1 million followers in a day. All right. I think I've pretty much talked about everything I need to talk about. You got anything else you want to add or no?
So who do you like in the Super Bowl, the Vikings or the Patriots?
Oh,
for the winner.
I don't want to say the Patriots, but I have to say the Patriots. I think they're the best team.
Yep.
They're the best team out there. On paper, best team.
Yep.
You know?
Great. All right. Anything else?
Nah. Just to reiterate, everyone get your games in. We are 1 week from tomorrow. The regular season ends and the playoffs start Thursday, January 25th. And that's all I can tell you.
All right.
All right, JT. Next Tuesday, I plan on doing it if you're around.
Yep, I should be here.
All right, cool, man.
All right.
And that'll be cool because it'll be a couple days before the playoffs, so we'll have everything a little bit more sorted out as far as playoff matchups and stuff like that.
Yep, we'll have the matchups.
Go from there.
Matchup should be almost all locked in, hopefully.
Almost all locked, yeah. I mean, hey, if ever we get all these games in and the matchups are all done, then we can start early, but I doubt that happens.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right, cool. We'll see you later.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you.